but they're not. Oh, that's the good stuff. And then we get to choose who we let into our weird little worlds. You're not perfect, sport. And let me save you the suspense. This girl you met, she isn't perfect either. But the question is whether or not you're perfect for each other. That's the whole deal. That's what intimacy is all about.
Why don't you love me, Jenny? I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Hey, out.
What easy way? There is no easy way. No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
I keep coming back to you. Ooh, I keep coming back. You put me through hell, but I just can't stay mad at you. Know me so well, but you don't even have a clue that I'm the one that cares the most tonight.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on a special Valentine's edition. And we already got people turning in. Mr. Felipe Cofino over watching on LinkedIn. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. This is fun spending time with you guys on a day that is really created. And I know people will feel bad about it because it's like commercialized, but it's a day to celebrate love. And that's the way we like to look at it and interpret it. So thank you again for just being here with us. We got a great show lined up for you this evening. Hello, I'm Gabe Leal.
Hi, and I'm Yvette Richardson.
And welcome to the Unwrap Love Show,
where we peel back the layers of love and relationships.
So buckle up, everyone. Right?
Yes.
For love.
For love. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's not Tuesday or Thursday night, so we're still like trying to get back into the rhythm of everything. So, yes, we got a great show, like I said, lined up. This is a special day because it is Valentine's Day. It is a show that we created around the idea of love and everything that encompasses. So I think when we talked about it, that it would be fitting to do a show on a day of celebratory love that's shared, across the country. And this is what again, like I said, it's our jam. This is what we do. So it would be great for us to just sit down and do it. And then we had the idea, or I actually had the idea of like, why don't we bring on a couple, and to interview them and hear about like their love stories. Cause we do this, 2 times a week. And as we're learning about love ourselves and sharing information and just, again, taking in some of the things that we're listening to, what we're sharing, and just the experiences of other people, we're also in a point where like we want to be able to communicate that and see what that's like in real life with other people and other people's journeys in love and in business, in coaching, in just in everything that they do. So that's why I'm just kind of excited to do this, because then this is also a forte of mine that I've done for years, interviewing people, and I kind of still get a thrill out of it. So this is going to be fun. What do you think about that, baby?
Yes, I'm super excited when he told me the idea of, we should interview couples because, look at us where we are. Maybe we could learn something from some people that have been doing this longer than us. And, we wanted to know what maybe some of their challenges are, what they've been successful at. What are they like on and off camera? So he decided to reach out to some couples that are live streaming, and he found a willing couple that wanted to do it of all days on Valentine's Day. So he will introduce the couple.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I want to wait before I say anything else. I want everyone out there. Hopefully if you're spending time with us, first of all, thank you. It's gracious enough to have people show up and share their time with us on a day that's meant to be with their significant other, if they have that person. So we're just want to express our gratitude if you're here with us tonight and sharing in the comments. We will always, make sure that you guys are here and welcome. This is part of the community. But other than that, we have two people, which I've known one of them for a couple years. I've actually been on his live show. And one of the things that really caught my eye was when he started doing his live streaming with his wife. Like that really, like that was a light bulb moment. And they had been doing it before we even started doing this project. So I'd watched a few of their episodes and just see what they talk about. And I love the idea of like, man, these two people are very passionate about what they do. They're excited to share their experiences to help other people. It's like, man, that is very parallel to what we want to do. We want to do the same thing. We want to talk about our experiences, and then we want to help elevate and just bring people to another level. And that's kind of like what they do. So without any further ado, folks, I want to welcome to our show Jeremy and Christy Torisk. So wait a minute, where's my, there we go. That's it. There we go. There we are. Hey everybody, we're here. First of all, Jeremy, Christy, thank you for taking the time to come on here this evening and have a conversation with us. It's wonderful, like I said, that you guys are spending Valentine's Day with us. As a couple of couples, it's just something that I never fathomed doing when I started thinking about this, but it's fun, and I'm finding it to be exciting to just have an opportunity to explore somebody else's love story. We've been talking about ours now for, I know, a couple of weeks already. And the fun part is like peeling back, like we talk about, the layers of somebody else's love story. So really quickly, if you want to give an introduction of who both of you are, and then how your love story kind of brought you together. That's where it all starts, right? That's just how everything came to be, that you guys are now here together sharing this day with us.
I'll let you go first.
Hi.
This is her big day.
Yeah, my big day. So, let's see. What's our story?
Well, who are you and where do we live? And
yeah, you can start there.
Great. Sorry about that. I'm Christy Torisk, and we are here in Pompano Beach, Florida. I am a local real estate broker, and this is Jeremy Torisk, my husband.
Yeah, and I don't know what the hell I am these days. I'm a little bit of everything. Basically, I think most of all, I'm content creation and just getting the word out on how to succeed, how small businesses can crush very large competition. That's kind of my thing. That's what I did for the last 10 years of my career. And that's what I speak on. That's who I help. But Christy and I have I have a recording studio. I got bored during COVID. I sold the company during COVID. I had a little bit of bank, and I saw this dude named Gabe Liao, doing live stream. And I'm going, what is this live stream? There's no net. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my last name is literally spelled to risk.
Oh, hey,
It is.
That is
so. I started going live, and I see we got Adam and Michael Tucker watching us right now on YouTube on our end.
Yes.
So we've got some fans, but basically we decided to go live 4 days a week. Christy's with me 2 days. I'm by myself 2 days, and we talk business. We talk relationships. We talk couple stuff. We talk life stuff. Today we did first impressions, but first we started about how that's true in personal life and how we met. All right, we met.
Yeah, tell us how you guys met.
So it was important that when we met to know that I was at one of the darkest points of my life. It was about 13, 14 years ago. I lost my company. It was 2009. You remember that? It was dark time for America, dark time for me. I lost everything. I was I literally was in business for 20 years, started as a ditch digger, and I was homeless. I was a homeless kid at 20 years old, and I was digging ditches for the cable company, for a contractor. And I stayed in that industry for 20 years, and I did everything imaginable, including working for Comcast, and went middle management pretty quickly. Built two $80 million projects while I was there for like 8 years. Left there in 2006, opened my own business because I knew everything there was to know by then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, except for what to do when there's a downturn in the financial market and you got no business experience, really. No, you don't have any financial experience. So I was $400,000 in debt. building that business. I didn't have any relationships built. I didn't have any sales experience. I was just a massive operator at the end of the day, a person that could run through walls and bring an army with me. And that wasn't good enough. So I ended up taking a job literally at a call center, answering phones, selling Comcast for $45,000 a year to pay health insurance for my kids. But I had been to my summits before, and I had been from places that were very low. So I knew this is no big deal, right? So about your mindset, right? It's all about that mindset. And so within 8 months, I was already a director. And my first day on the opposite side of the building, where I was in charge of this whole department, the guy comes to the door, my boss, and says, "Hey, the barber's here to cut our hair. Benny pays for this hot barber to come." And I said, "Really? What's his name?" And she goes, "No, it's a girl." I said, "Okay, I'm in. How much does she charge?" They said, "Benny pays for it, but we all give her $20. Well, I happened to have $20, but it was Tuesday, and it was my lunch money for the whole week.
Oh.
And I was like, I need a haircut. It's fine. And that's how we met. And I could have gone into that barber chair in the bathroom of the owner's bathroom, by the way, and complaining and bitching about how I used to own my own business, and I'm kind of embarrassed to be here, and now I don't make any money here, and I'm just doing this. But no, I didn't do that. I walked in and just was smitten with her. And it came through, and the attraction was there. And we actually were with other people at that moment, but we remained friends for like 2 years. We actually double dated a few times. And over time, she wanted to leave cutting hair behind and become a realtor. And at that time, I had left that company and got back into my real industry, which is the construction end, because it was like 2013.
Yeah.
And I went on the road to Chicago. I was there for a month at a time, home a week at a time. That's it. And so that's when I brought her to me. I like shipped her in for our first date.
That first real.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't our first date, but it was
her first time together.
Yeah.
For an extended period of time, where I realized, this was everybody that we met that weekend said, "How long have you been married? You guys must have been together forever." We just had that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like as soon as I got off the plane, we went to a restaurant, and everybody was like, "Oh, how long have you guys been married?" And we're like, "We just our third date."
Yeah.
Our fourth date.
Yeah, in fact, we heard about the third date rule from your last show, and basically, we're here to say, heck yeah, third date. Bring her to Chicago. She can't run. Go ahead and scream. Everyone can hear you, but no one's going to do anything.
Oh, wow.
We lost the car.
We did lose the car once, yeah. Oh, my sister's checking in.
Yeah.
She's deaf, by the way, so you have to do the thing. So basically, our show today started off about the first impressions, but then we moved it to business, about how do you walk into, if you're a sales guy and you walk into someone's office, their disc profile. What are the first things that you say to them? Because that first impression is everything. And we went through the disc profile of how you open up a conversation with a potential, customer or client. So our shows are a mix mash of our personalities and our experiences, and we just kind of try to be somewhat entertaining and somewhat informative, like edutainment.
Yes, which is kind of a very good marriage, as far as like how you look at approaching what it is you're passionate about, right? You want to be able to share the things that you what you're really good at, but you also want to have fun with it. You still want to be able to feel like this is something that's going to add value, but it's also going to be something that can be entertaining, that somebody will take something out of it. That's what we're discovering as well when we started down this venture of doing these shows together. Because my background, I've been doing this for years, and when I brought her along and she was crazy enough to say yes, that to me it was like, okay, we're gonna try to have fun bringing all this together. I didn't know how it was gonna work, and I think you got it. That kind of leads me like into a question with you guys. Like, you're the one that seems to, both of you, I'm pretty sure, do have ambition, but like, what is it like with his ambition and his drive to not only share what he's doing, but then his mindset of entrepreneurship and business? How does that affect the love between the two of you, and vice versa? I mean, I know she's got to have some kind of drive. She's a real estate agent. She knows how to talk. She knows how to communicate with people. So how does that intertwine between the both of you? And does it become muddy? Do the waters become a little muddy sometimes when you're doing both? When do you figure out a time there's a switch to turn off the hat of my entrepreneurship and we're back to being partners in love?
Yeah. So I think we're pretty good about switching it on and off. I can kind of tell when he doesn't want to talk about it and vice versa. So we just, no.
That's what Netflix and chill is about.
Right. And I think, I don't think I would beat.
By the way, we're over 50, so we really mean Netflix and chill, by the way.
Yeah.
We really mean it. We're vegetating on the couch watching stupid shows.
Yeah, it's not the terminology these days, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you watch our Hangout one? Because there's Hangout too.
Oh my! I didn't see that, but I saw Gabe cry. That's a hell of a card you got there. We saw that, Gabe.
Oh yeah, here it is. This is the one. This is what made me cry, so I keep it here as a. Yeah.
But you guys are so cute.
I know you guys live in Garland, and right on Walnut Street. Jimmy Shaddix is watching. That's I told you I had an office, and my number one guy, Jimmy Shaddix, run that top. He's watching right now on YouTube. So shout out to Jimmy Shaddix.
Well, it's another Texan.
Yeah. Maybe he knows somebody.
He probably teaches children that.
Yeah, if he has kids that go to Garland High School, I could have taught them.
So basically, we do have our routine now. So I traveled for the first 10 years of our existence. Literally, I was home on Thursday night at midnight, and I left at Monday at 5 a.m. So I was gone literally all day Monday, all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, Thursday. Got home, and it's just the weekends. Now we have 2 kids and 2 kids, so 4 kids, but they were gone every weekend. So we were alone it's like honeymoon every time I came home. And because I was gone a week, it's like, let's go listen to music. Let's go out to a bar. Let's go get some, So it was the first 10 years of our marriage, totally different than when I sold that company 2.5 years ago. And now we're here all the time together. And then we opened up a studio because our son has a landscaping company. So we had this very large warehouse, and then we have this nice office space. So I made a podcast room for podcasters I produce. Shout out to J-Doll and Faux Show. There are 2 shows that are out there.
Nice.
Look them up. Faux Show Podcast. They need to hit. And J-Doll's coming out in the next couple of weeks. Let me tell you something. J-Doll's shows are going to be amazing. Anyway, so she's got an office there. And so we are literally together, all day. And when we come back here, we're home now. We have the separation of church and state for the most part.
Yeah.
Now we have, again, 4 kids, 30 to 20 years old.
Oh.
It got to the point where they wouldn't move out, so we did. We literally left them and moved to the beach. We restored a house, so we've got 3-bedroom house. It's got a gym and an office and 1 bedroom and 1 bed. And a very uncomfortable couch. Nobody's sleeping here.
No space. No space.
And we charge them a little money for rent, and that covers that house. But it's great. It's 10 minutes from the office. We walk to the beach almost every day.
Oh, beautiful.
For our exercise. And it's our thing. We have in the mornings, we don't look at our phone. We're at the beach. We do our 3 to 5 miles. Then we're at the office, and we are go gadgets, man. We're hard chargers. And 7, 8, we're done. We come home, and we literally watch a show on Netflix till about 11, and it's so funny. She thinks we have a bedtime because I'm like, it's 11. We got to get to the bedroom. Come on. I don't know. I'm very structured.
All right. So we have another question for you. Do you both have a shared vision for the future? One that incorporates your personal lives and the couple's goals as entrepreneurs, and then how do you navigate any differences if you have a difference in your future goals?
I think we never so the shared vision or the shared goal. I think it's like unspoken kind of because we don't really have like a plan.
Well, we each have our own different business plans.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for our businesses, they're different goals. Even though we share an office, we share, even the front door has both our names on it and Garrett's name. It's got all three names up front. But she's got a business and it's a silo, and I've got a business and it's a silo. Our goal is to help as many people as we can. That's our goal. When I sold that company, we were able to buy some property, put some great renters in them, and they're very loyal to us, which means that we don't that they're good about what they do. We take care of them, and that takes care of our personal life. Our business lives are siloed, and we run them strictly on their own merits, and it's hard. It's very, very, very hard. I got a startup. Instead of coaching like the classic coach, I decided, I found out the secret to make a small fortune in coaching. If you want to know the truth, I start off with a large fortune.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I lost a ton of money trying to coach people who won't listen to me. Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. So instead of telling people what to do, and you don't tell people what to do, but you guide them and you give them advice and you give them counsel. But it didn't move me. Helping 10 businesses get from $0 to $1 million doesn't move me, because it doesn't really help the community. It helps 10 people, maybe 100 people if you include their families, maybe 1,000 people if you include the employees and all their families. I'm a bigger visionary than that. So I started a platform where coaches can be seen and heard in a very, very unique way. It's a cross between Angie's List, the Dave Ramsey Show, and Clubhouse, but with video. And it's also a place where people can go find coaches, really know that they're for them before they give them a penny. They can hear them, see their books, see their courses, see them coaching people live in their own room, like chat room, like Clubhouse, but giving advice like Dave Ramsey Show. And now I know this person speaking to me, they solved my problem. So I get to coach the coaches every day on there for free. It's $97 a month, but they get, me in a group for free. It's open office hours. I have a speaking course a class that I give on there. All the speakers that are on there, I'm on there live for free, giving coaching advice for 1 hour a day. And then the members, they can start seeing these coaches, read their reviews, chat with them, get on their schedule. It started 3 months ago. I literally dreamt this up 4 or 5 months ago. We got 23 coaches, 24 coaches, about 87 members. It's a startup. I mean, we are in grow mode, and it's stressful.
It's stressful. I figure at some point that you've been through business, you've gone through a lot of these things, but there's also a growing pain that goes along with it, right? Because once you start seeing things like expansive growth beyond what you plan, right, it all of a sudden pushes you into a different stratosphere where you have to change and adjust to what's going on, right? So, and then it also adjusts in the way that both of you guys have to interact with each other, because then more of his time becomes married to the startup and to the project. And, so another question for that is like, how do you rein that in so that you don't lose sight of like, hey, he's going to be gone too long all of a sudden. And then you're like, do you even worry about that at all, Christy? Or do you just think this is Jeremy doing Jeremy?
Yeah, I think we know each other. I don't really worry about that kind of stuff.
I've been a 5 to 9er since we met, not a 9 to 5er.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm just hard. I'm hard, and the people that I'm around are hard. The people I let into my life are into making each other better, and it's very few people. A few of them have tried doing tonight. Very, very few people in our world. We have this little nucleus of family that we are very, very, very close with. Her brother is married, and then her sister is married. And so the 6 of us have kids all about the same age, literally, and they all grew up with each other, especially when mine came in. So it's been the last 13 years or so. But her kids, all these kids grew up together. And so we're very Sunday dinners, like used to be every Sunday. Post-COVID, it's once a month, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
But so we got that family side, that we can lean on and just turn it off also.
How long have you guys been married? And together?
Since 16.
Yeah, 2016.
2016. Okay.
Yeah, the date is special. So it's November 9th of
Yes.
2016, and it's a very special date because the brother and his wife were married on November 9th, 25 years ago or so. And then as soon as we met, the sister got married, and I was at that wedding, and literally it was so chaotic and hectic, and they were like, holy shit, it's our wedding day too. So it was like they got married on the same day, but 20 years later, right?
That was
Her
on
sister.
purpose.
Well, it was kind of, yeah, maybe, but they didn't know if they realized it, but the day, it was a Saturday, and they got married. So now here it is. We're going year over year. I'm talking every Sunday dinner, every Christmas, every Easter, every freaking April 1st, everything. And every year, these little jerk-offs go off on their stupid little wedding date, right? Their anniversary date, and we're not married, right? So we decided to get married around the same time. I proposed Christmas Eve, 2015. So about a year of planning, November. Okay, it's November. And we're like, oh, what day is November 9th? Oh, it's a Wednesday. So we get married. I don't even tell her. I get my best friend from Tennessee to drive to South Florida with his friend Frank, who's like 80 at the time. And we meet at this restaurant. I tell her, put on something nice. She puts on something nice. I get the guy who sang the first song I played in a band. I'm a drummer. All the bands used to know me. This one band I'm very close with. It was our first kiss on a dance floor to this guy who was singing. I have him show up to serenade, and I have him marry us because he's ordained minister on the dock at this little bar in Delray
That
Beach.
Wednesday.
My best friend is there, and the old man Frank is his maid of honor, her maid of honor.
Oh.
And so then we left there just to be safe. I went to my ex-wife's house because we're really good friends, and she signed it because she's the notary. I didn't trust the singer of a band. I wanted it legal. So we got married on the same day on spite. Now they have to call us every year. And then we had we had an I Do barbecue like 3 weeks later.
No.
2 weeks, 10
yeah,
days.
the 26th.
Yeah, so everybody flew in for that and had our wedding, but nope. Look at the paper, you have to invite us. And so now we got.
So now we're all tied at the hip. It's like we're all like, hey,
I'll learn them.
It's like, hey, it's November 9th. Hey, it's November 9th. You know, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's like we pop up in the backseat. Us too. Where are we going?
Yes, Felipe, that is an awesome story. Even better that he had it in that I went to the ex-wife for the notary.
We did. She's on our thing now.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
I gotta get it right. So let me ask you, what did she say when you walked in and say, hey, look, I need you to sign it, or I need you to notarize it?
Well, the guy she married ended up being one of the coolest guys in the whole world. And if you're in my life, I love you, or I'm feeding you to the alligators. There's not a lot of in between.
Yeah.
If you're around my kids, like he was from a very young age, I had to love him, and I do. And he compliments me very well. So for the kids, they get a good rounded, male figure in their life. So he was laughing, and we show up, and they're like, I called her. I'm like, hey, we're coming. It's like 11:30, but we're coming over. I need you to sign this tonight. It's important.
Oh my God. But that's what I love about love, right? It just draws you to do these kinds of things. Like, it's like, if you mention that story of somebody who didn't know the backstory, it's like, wait a minute, you went to your ex-wife to get to sign the notary for you to marry your new wife? Like, I mean, they're gonna think Jerry Springer's.
Yeah.
Right.
What is this?
That would be a red flag for me.
It should have been a red flag.
It would have been she should have said, run now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, okay, so this kind of goes that you guys have been together for a while. You've gone through your struggles. You guys have seen each other at your best and at your worst. So hypothetically speaking, like what happens if, say, this new business venture doesn't? And I don't want. And this is just hypothetical.
No, wait, I have a plan.
Yeah. So
I'm a professional speaker. I'll be speaking at Walmart. Welcome to Walmart.
So exactly. But how does that go from, like, again, you're going to have to rebuild yourself up emotionally? How do you guys both handle that if that's the case? If one of you falls down, and how does the other lift the other one up? And and even though it's different business ventures, you're still together. You still have the emotional part of who you are as a couple still involved in all of this.
I mean, we don't. We have blind faith. This thing is supposed to change the world and save a lot of lives and save people a lot of heartache and time. And it's such a big thing in my it's in my bones, and it's not. It can't. It won't. It can't stop. Won't stop. You know, it won't. And if it does, I'm a professional speaker. Cool. Give me another cool story. Give me a third comeback. Right? How many Rockies are there? Right?
There you go.
This
Yeah,
is already. This is already basically my third. You know, one and bad, and boom. Second really good comeback. I mean, really, really good one. So yeah, give me a third one. Put me down, because if my second one is any indication of what I could do, bring the third one on, because it's going to be, we'll be Gates, Bill Gates, you know, era there. Bring it on.
Well, I love that.
Take everything from me.
No, I love that. I love that mindset, and you know, just having the support of, you know, having the support of your significant other while you're doing these things, while you're chasing the dream.
We can always move back in with our kids.
Yeah.
Right. No, I think that both of us have been through really bad situations, so we know we'll survive.
Yeah.
Like, this is nothing. This is a privilege to live this life.
Yeah. We're here helping people. Our personal finances are kind of. I mean, it would be really hard to mess this up. I mean, we've set ourselves up personally. We're very low maintenance people. We have a decent house right near the beach. We don't need a lot personally.
We have a very little house.
All our money goes into business. All of our money goes into our business. So if that business fails, literally, I mean, she sells a house and we're good for 4 or 5 months. She's my sugar mama, right? And if I had to go sell a house, I'm still licensed technically. I mean, let's go sell a house.
Right.
You know,
Right.
hell,
I'm not afraid of hard work.
we got houses. We'll go sell a house. You know, my guys won't. I mean, I could have. That ain't gonna happen though, because
I think both of us are willing to do whatever it takes, right? And if that means working a lot, and I think that's the goal.
And this ain't working. I dug ditches. I lived in people's garages.
Yeah, we're both very hard workers.
Yeah. I make YouTube videos. I have a website that I'm selling for $97 a month. You know, I used to close deals for $80 million with Facebook. I can sell $97 websites. You know, I don't need many of those to pay my bills. You know, that's why we can give so much. That's what we're looking forward to, give and make a difference in people's lives, because we're building the means to change other people's lives now.
Okay. I see. So let me ask you this, because this is something that we're both discovering as well in doing this. But does life change, or do you find yourself communicating more once the camera turns off? I know you're in close proximity and you work in the same office, but do you find yourself saying it at times, just in terms of you being a content creator, and then just saying, hey, maybe we should try this, or maybe do you work on this, or do you just say, you know what, fuck it, it is what it is, and we'll be fine with it? A
lot of both, I think.
Yeah, because
I'm an immersion guy. So if I see something worth doing, if 3 is good, 13 is better. You know, let's go. And that's why we're good together, because she's not. She's like, whoa.
Well, do you ever do that, Christy, though, where you feel like, let me rein him in a little bit, because like his level's up here.
Yeah, mostly I try not to say no to any of his ideas because I'm not his mom, but I try to get him to just slow down and, you know, look at all get more information before you make a decision. You know, like I try to put the pause button on it a little bit, like, because literally you're just like, go, go, go. It's like, oh, that sounds good. Okay, I'll do it. He doesn't think about it.
Yeah, because she's like my safety net sometimes for a lot of things for me. Like, I'm like you. I go, let me just run straight. And she's like watching me, waiting to say, hey, there's a wall right there. Slow down a little bit. You know,
Tune in there.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's why we're
it's the
together, right?
whole I think because he likes to help people, and then it's the whole like, someone's like, "Oh, I have this good idea," and he's like, "Yeah, it's a good idea," and then he wants to jump on it, and then I'm like, "Okay, well, what about all these prior commitments and all these other things that you've got yourself into, and you're putting all your eggs in this basket, and then you're adding like 10 more, and the basket's gonna be too heavy for you to carry, and then you're gonna, I don't want you to fall, so like."
Yeah,
Think about everything that you're trying to get involved in right now. And so, yeah,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
kind
So,
of
and we
been a
do
little
we
bit
do
that.
that. I feel like I've gotten better at
You
slowing
have.
down.
You
I'm
have.
focused. Like all this, the podcast, the content, the speaking masterminds. Those are all to get people on the platform. All my job is to get people on the platform. If you're either two kind of people, you need a coach or you are a coach in life. We always need to get better. And I don't have just business coaches. We want physical fitness coaches and people who can teach people how to do the Wim Hof breathing motion, how to fix their credit debt. We want to teach people how to figure out finances for kids, right? So everything that there is in life on a scale that people are a coach at, I want them on this network because I want this to be the Angie's List, but to find a good coach.
you want to ask Sarah's question?
Yeah. Okay. So we have a viewer that has a question for you guys. What's your viewpoint on love now compared
Against
to in the past in other relationships?
if she does, she can't. She's not. I passed other relationships. I think. It's kind of a weird one. It's kind of like we don't talk about. Well, she don't talk. I don't ask her purposely about exes.
Yeah.
Like I actually we told you we double dated, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I liked her. Her ex was a SWAT guy. Immense
Okay.
respect. We weren't like stealing each other from our exes, but she has kids with a guy who's a father of her children. So that's a different kind of love. I was born broken, where love is not the same to me as it is to a lot of people. So I have to respect the hell out of you to be with you, and I count that as love. I don't. I mean, when my son came out, that's the first time I experienced what love was, and that. So that's love is a weird thing, especially you can't compare it to other relationships.
No.
Ours is built on total respect. It's when we got married, our marriage vows was more of a business agreement. Like you're going to work really hard and we're going to help each other because we were both poor and it sucked. All right. And our kids were, they were an important stage of our lives. And we were like, ooh, we didn't have any safe.
More like a team,
Yeah.
partnership. Like we knew we could,
Yeah.
together we could do it.
No,
Yeah.
I like that though. I like that. I mean, you both kind of felt like where your past journeys had brought you to this point kind of aligned, and you kind of said, okay, this is where we are at this point, and this is how it's going to work for us.
If other love was it, they would be there. I would be not here if I had some other love that was great. I got lucky in my life where I met 3 women in my life who were really, really good to me, made me be a better man, right? Those 3 women, I love them in different ways. I don't even have to like some of them, but I have a love and a respect because I wouldn't be here if not for how they shaped me.
Yeah.
Right? And Christy is the last one that I love in a way because I am such a better person with her. And a year and 3 or 4 months ago, I quit drinking liquor, and I think that I've elevated my game again. And I wasn't an alcoholic, but I would say I was a binge drinker because, again, immersion. Because literally,
Yes.
if 3 is good, 13 is better, and I used to do them all.
Yeah.
And so I would drink a lot when I drank, and it wasn't fun after a while. So I just simply stopped. And so now we're going to bed at 11 o'clock every night. We are so boring. But
I'm the same.
yes, but we have a different energy, and that's where I dig. As soon as it doesn't work, like we wouldn't be together for a business. It's got to be attraction here and respect. But love is a weird thing, especially
Hey,
in the English language,
yeah.
right? English love everything. You know, I love watching you cry reading that card.
Yeah, and this is what was fascinating to me when I started doing this, and the whole idea behind this project when I came up with it like almost 3 years ago, 4 years ago, was that I didn't understand love. I mean, I know what the concept of love is, like I know what that is, but I truly didn't understand it. I was going through a very dark time in my life. So understanding love was one of the things that I said to myself, like, how am I going to go try to love somebody else if I don't even know what the hell it means? I knew what I knew what it was, like you said, like with your son. You know that kind of love. Like you get familiar with that love. You know what that is. Um, that can almost be an unspoken love that happens. But when it comes to having somebody in your life, though, that again, that was an enigma to me. And so I came up with the idea and the concept of like, I want to see how other people love. Like, what is their definition? Because I always said to myself, I don't think what people write down or what people share or what people say love is it's different. It's a case by case um, scenario for everybody. It's not the same. Like the way that you guys define love aligns with what both of you feel, what you believe, and if you know it's true, who's to say that's not love?
Yeah, and it's love. I mean, it's totally love. We make each other laugh. I think the biggest thing about love is whenever there's a murder, the first person that the cops go to is the spouse. What does that tell you about love? Okay, it's tricky. All right, it's just a tricky thing. And what we have is funny, and we have fun times. And you know, I played in a band a long time. She was never like, I wish you wouldn't play, out so much. She's never has been that person.
No, I'm not. That's why I was saying I rarely say no.
Yes.
I don't want to say no because, what else are we here for?
I say no, but I say it in a
Go
funny
for the
way, so it's
journey.
okay.
Right.
I say it like I'm from Australia. No.
No.
In a roundabout sort of way, you both understand what that means, right?
Exactly.
I mean, do you guys?
And that's nothing to do with me.
It's actually your daughter and I. We have our own dumb language.
So that's another cool one to also go into as well, because you guys kind of brought together your families when you guys got married and whatever. So what was that like when you had to say, okay, we're bringing in my kids, you're bringing in your kids? Like, how did you bring that all together and make it work? Because we're learning that that sort of relationship now with my kids and with her children. We're
Well,
getting
their
to that
kids were
point.
8 to 18. Our kids were 8, 10, 15, and 18.
Ooh.
And so she had the two, I had the two. Mostly they spent not a ton of time together, but like I said, every Sunday we were always together for sure. I traveled so much, like every week, so they weren't ever at the house for the week. Her kids went to their father's house every weekend. I got my kids every other weekend. So literally it was a weird, every Sunday we were together. That's it. But here's the trick. And here's where we got lucky as hell. My two kids only had like one friend each. Her two kids only had like one friend each. And all of our kids got together so well because the friends weren't buttholes, right? They were all good kids. Our house was the cool house. So most of the time they were at our house as they're getting older. And so every 3 or 4 years, one of them was gone to college too, right? So that was like, it was a manageable thing. So they always stayed very close. Now there's just the four of them. They all live in that house. They really don't have any friends, but the four of them, they all work their tails off. One of them has a serious girlfriend. The other one's got a new serious girlfriend. The other two just work. And so they are just very close. They love each other. They're very, very good friends. And we got lucky because not one of them ended up hanging out with a bunch of bad influences that kind of went south. So you can't control that at a certain age. Yeah. We got lucky on that. They all love each other. They're very, 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 very close. And they all have it's working out. It wasn't that fun the first 6 months. It was a lot of phone calls. Garrett's doing this.
Yeah, when we left, we were like, you guys have to
The washing
figure it
machine
out.
broke
We're not
literally
there.
7 months ago. They haven't replaced it yet.
Yeah.
Right? We're like, I'm not doing it. It's stupid. They got to replace it before they move out. We gave them 3 years, by the way.
Oh my
So
god.
they're a year in.
But I think in the beginning, like trying to mesh them together, we did get very, very lucky because they all really liked each other. They enjoyed each other's company, and they actually have like a secret relationship behind our backs too.
She knows about it more than I do.
Yeah, they plan stuff without us knowing. You know, like this was even in the beginning when they
Oh wow.
started getting a little bit older. Yeah, they would like go do stuff, not let us know. They had, like their own group chat and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they know each other. Their phones are on.
Yes,
They
they
track
follow
their
each other on
phones.
their locations. They know where each one of them is at all times.
It's so weird.
Which is
I don't do that with her.
no.
I have an AirTag hidden in her car when I took the speaker out, but other than that,
So they thought it was cool to exclude mom and dad out of everything. It's like, hey, we'll just go hang out. Like we don't need them. I mean, they're the
they like each other.
yeah.
Yeah. So the transition when we left and left them there, none of them had ever really lived on their own before, except for Trace that went away to college, but he still wasn't like alone. He was in a dorm room.
Yeah.
So it wasn't what they expected, I thought.
But they all work their tails off too.
Yeah.
They're very hard workers.
Yeah. Yeah, but now everything is good. They're fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, with my ex-husband, he had 2 girls and then I had a girl, and then they ended up bonding so well. They called each other sisters, and 2 of them are still very, very close to this day. They both hang out and do everything together. Unfortunately, one of them passed away to COVID. So
Wow.
one of my stepdaughters did. So now Cheyenne is my other stepdaughter. She's real close with my daughter Skylar, and I mean it's like they're blood sisters,
Yeah.
and they've bonded so well. And then I had another daughter that united them with my ex-husband, and so that's both of their sister. And so she's 5 years old. So she's now trying to, form relationships and bond with his kids. And so his 2 youngest, they play great a lot of the time, and a lot of the time, no. So it's like they get along and they don't. And I mean, it's kids, but
Well,
yeah,
her brother and her 2 kids are the 2 bookends. So the oldest one and the youngest.
The oldest one and the youngest.
And he would maul her physically every night. Mommy! We just let him go at it. And it was out of a joke. It was out of love. It was hilarious. But it's so funny. She wanted a brother. That's why he's here. Let her deal with him.
Naomi wanted a brother too. So she's got Joaquin.
She's got my son. Yeah. So
I gotta say hi to Katrina Osmond, Jared. She's watching. I know she's still watching because I saw her name pop up a while ago. But literally, I've known Katrina since kindergarten.
Oh.
So well over 15 years.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. 15 years.
I don't want to give her age away. I'm 52, but she's about 38.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Save face. Good job. Smart man. That's what I'm talking about. So like just real quick before we start getting into wrapping things up here. What do you guys see together as you've been together for a while now? You've raised your kids together. Like, what are you looking at as far as like down the road for the golden years? Like you might be 55, but I'm talking about when you're in your 70s and your 80s. Like, what are your guys' plans as far as like, what do you want to see yourself doing? Is it still being on the beach? Is it on Mai Tai? Is it, what is that for you guys?
2 houses over. We have literally 2 houses away is our next house. It's we are 1 house away from the water. Right? Literally 1 house between us and the house that's on the water. And on the strip of water that we want to be on, because it goes right out to the ocean, like boom. So that's our next move, is literally go walk our stuff next door and then put this up for an Airbnb. That's our next move. And then still walking to the beach every morning, having our gym, having our coffee, and then counting interest. That would be nice, right? I do definitely. I think that we both with her business, we have the opportunity now that she's a broker to bring people in, especially with our office, the way it's set up. Great training. I love training. I'm going to be a great recruiter for her. When my business blows up, like you were talking, Gabe, I'm not going to be running it. Somebody else will be running it. And I'm going to be making their dreams come true because they're going to be helping a lot of people. And we're going to help a lot of people. And so our day is going to be just, I get to take this off is all, right? That's all.
Yeah,
I'll
there
show
you
up on the stuff and I'll help you. But like right now, we're still waking up. We have a regiment. We don't have to get up. This is the first time literally in my life that I'm never at the office before 9:30 in the morning, which is nuts. Nuts,
Oh, wow.
9-ish. Because in the morning we take our time, go to the beach and walk, and I get to the office about 9. But it's weird. That's like I'm like retired. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I was
telling you,
gonna
I
say,
am
like, man,
5
what
to
is
9.
that? What is that like? You got your feet in the sand. You're sitting there with coffee in the morning, looking at hearing the waves crash. I mean,
We
it's gonna be
walk. We have our old ladies we say hi to. You know, our fast walkers.
yeah.
You know, we have the same dogs we pass. We end up at the pier. We know the guy who runs the pier, LZ. We say hi to him. We put our
So-
water shoes on, and we do have a little strip on the beach because we
We
you know,
sound really old.
we do sound old. We are old.
So is there any place that you guys have always wanted to go you haven't been yet or haven't had a chance to go together?
Since I speak, that's the beautiful thing. People pay us to go to great places. You know, I was just the president of the Florida Speakers Association. I'm the treasurer this time around, and speaking allows us to have a lifestyle where we get paid to go to Cancun. We get paid to go to California. Everywhere we go. We go, hey, let's just see if we can't have someone hire me to go speak at an event. And then,
So, any speakers and speaking positions in Italy?
yeah.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
work smarter, not harder.
Hey, that's good logic. Like, hey, if you can get somebody else to pay for your vacation, why not?
Yep.
Why
Yeah,
not, man?
we always work anyway, so.
Yeah, believe me, I always give 10 times value. So the $97 a month that we're charging for this platform, it's $1,000 a month in value. I promise. And if any one of your guys are listening, it's called Coaching Done Better. Just put the code Done Better 180, and you won't even have to pay for 6 months. I'll give you 6 months for free. You still get my coaching. You still get the videos. You still get your own live channel. And you don't have to pay me for 6 months. $97. You get 6 months for free. You don't like it between now and then, cancel. You don't like it 2 months after, cancel.
There you go. Like, you don't like it.
Done better 180.
180.
Yeah.
180 free days.
Yeah.
Done
So
better.
if you go, if anybody's watching, you can also go back to any of the posts. I did post it in there in the comments. So you can also go find all their socials. You can find the links to the website, and you can also find the code in there if they want to go in there and jump at it. It sounds like a good deal. It's something that like you said, you're putting your faith into it. And I know that when you push yourself to saying this, I want to put all this trust in what I'm doing and relying on my skill set and the things that I've learned. I mean, you have nothing but your own pretty much faith into stepping into something, into the unknown, and knowing, hey, look, I'm going to be okay. This is going to be okay, whatever that is.
Yeah, because we've trusted people, we've had people help us, and we want to just do that for other people. When you are helped by the people who have helped us in our lives, we've seen that people do it right, and more so than not, we've seen people do it wrong. And we just want to take the best of all the things that we know and share that with others, and do it for, she's a realtor. She makes money when she sells a house, but I tell you what, she makes that experience more enjoyable than most. She's amazing. Deals get closed with her. She makes it a memorable, fun experience instead of, it's the biggest expense of my whole life. Yeah, it is. Can't do nothing about that, but it's gonna be a good experience, not a stressful one. That's her gift, and luckily we get paid for that. Right? I help coaches reach people, articulate the problem they solve. I got a knack at words, and I help them help people, really help people. Not just give them stupid directions that they read out of a book, but find your niche. And I hate that word niche, but find out really how you can solve that problem that people have, articulate that. And now that's selling. Selling is solving a real problem. And now you're not, commoditating selling. You're really selling yourself.
So I got one more, and then we can kind of go into wrapping everything.
Oh, we got all night.
We got on. All right.
But we gotta go to bed at 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got all night as long as we're done in 30 minutes.
30 minutes. So if there's one piece of advice that you would give to some, married couple, or just like us, we're going to step into marriage for the first time. Hopefully.
Well, second time for me, first time
for me. But like, what advice would you give? Like, any kind of
We
couple
got spite. Spite's good. If you can find somebody to spite.
Well, what's the one thing between the two of you? Like, it's like your unspoken rule that have helped you guys like continue to find what it is that you do.
What is the unspoken?
Well, like so what's
what makes it work?
What makes it work? What's your unspoken rule that you got that you guys kind of know without having to say it, but it just clicks?
I'm gonna say trust.
I'm gonna say change. Don't expect it.
Change.
Don't expect it. Don't take someone and try to change them.
Oh.
You gotta accept them. Yeah. You gotta let them be what they're gonna be. And if you're gonna be with somebody who's gonna treat you better than you treat yourself, probably in a lot of cases, that's a good person to be with. Mm-hmm. And if you got a giving heart and you care and watch out for somebody and want to protect them and provide for them, that makes you a good person to be with. But how I do that isn't going to change because now we're married. The hours that I put in, the efforts that I put. Now we have guidelines. Like, we don't like to see each other on our phone texting after 9 p.m. But I have people that I deal with on advertising who are in California. It happens sometimes. So it's okay sometimes. So we got these guidelines that we try to respect. She's got a closing coming up and it's 10 o'clock and she's texting. I don't get mad at that unless a really good part, like a cliffhanger on our Netflix show.
Yeah, you got to pause it and wait and like, come on, finish up.
I got to pause. But literally, it is about acceptance and letting them be them, truly them. And if you enjoy that and that makes you laugh, that's all the better. Because I know she laughs a lot of the dumb shit that I try to do.
I think too, we're just really supportive of each other.
Yeah.
Like, I think support's important. Like, find someone that supports you instead of, stands in the way or causes more problems.
Yeah. And you could tell it when we look at you guys. We could see it. It's an energy. You know it.
You do.
Yeah.
Like what I like about it, and I think in how we're developing our relationship is the fact that we open each other's line of communication by saying, hey, what do you want to bounce off of me? I want to bounce something off of you, and we'll listen to it, and then we'll find the happy medium between what that is and make the adjustments. Like I said, like I jump into things, she'll tell me, rein me back in, and I say, okay, where's the middle ground? And usually it makes a lot more sense that way for us. And I she stops my squirrel moments, right? It's like squirrel, turn my head, and she's like, she really gives me what you say, the focus, right? Yeah. Because then it really makes me see things where I'm at in that moment without having to jump all over the place. And it's unspoken. She just does it.
And I do. And I support him 100%. Like, I will support even when he's going out there doing a million things. And so I just let him keep doing it and keep doing it. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's take a look at this. And so we start to talk about it. And then I bring up something. I tell him how I feel. And, then he's like, okay, like, we'll talk about this. And he validates how I feel. And, we discuss it. And he's the first man that I've actually felt like I can express who I am and tell him how I feel and my emotions and everything. And I know he's not going to put me down. He's not going to, tell me what I'm thinking is wrong. Like, he supports everything that I have to say too. And so it makes me feel more comfortable expressing who I am. And I don't, hold anything back. And I used to do that all the time where I was too afraid to say things or interject. And I was like, okay, I don't want to rock the boat. I'll just let them do their own thing and I'll just hold it in and never say anything. And so, it's kind of like you're walking a line because it's, you want to support 100% everything and, say yes to everything that they do. But then at the same time, like so you have feelings too. And so to be able to express them and talk about it, has been amazing. So I've like
I tell
finally
you,
felt comfortable doing that.
I'm not easy.
Yeah.
I'm not easy.
Well,
We call it walking on eggshells. I promise you, there's a lot of eggshells in this house. I know it. I feel it. She's afraid to say something because I'm going to say, I know it. And it's hard. It's hard. That's a shortcoming for me that I try to work on myself. It's very hard to let her, give her that room to talk because I'm so sure I'm right. And the problem is, damn, she's always right.
Right.
So many times.
Well, I think too.
That's what I say.
I think too. I don't get this right 100% of the time, but I know when not to bring up certain things. Like I wait till I know what mood you're in, and then when you are in that right mood, you're
more
open.
Receptive.
Yes, you listen to what I'm saying and does the same thing. He validates me, like, oh, I didn't think of that, or okay, I'm gonna slow down. Yeah. So that's
always,
good. So it works.
Yeah, that's always given me the idea to write for men to make out like business cards to just say she's right and keep it in your wallet. And then when you're in doubt, like, write that on the other side. When you're in doubt of what you think, turn the card over and it says she's right. And you're like, it's a lifesaver. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. You get two of them, one for the other pocket, and you pull that one out, says, look at the other card.
Yeah. Exactly.
I know you're not right. Look at this one. Oh, look at the other one. Oh, shit.
Dang it. At least
yeah.
It's the same thing. But, that's the best part about it all, though. And when you guys, especially when you start doing something like this, which is a big venture to jump into, like you just don't pick, like there's people who can't stand, there's people that are married and can't stand being with their significant other. Imagine doing something where you're together like this all the time, right? I mean,
or not supporting them when they're doing it. Like one person only is putting themselves out there and the other person's like, I don't want to be on the camera. I don't want to be near that. Like, don't include me. Don't talk about me. Like, and they're totally anti-camera. And so that can happen too in relationships where, you never see the significant other ever. And they don't even talk about them. Like, are you even with somebody?
Yeah. you're left thinking that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how many people went through that with COVID when everything got shut down and everybody, if you didn't have an essential job and you were working from home and you were there.
Our kids had a meeting. Yeah. They had a meeting with me and they said, they all got me together about 2 weeks in and they said, we don't work for you. And I said, yeah, I know you don't work for me. And they said, stop telling us what to do. And I got mad and I left. I found the only hotel open in all of South Florida and I stayed in it overnight. And I came home and I built a tent out of soundproof carpet. And then I read my book. I made an audio book. It is buried. Open the thing. I'm recording. That's when I started podcasting.
Yeah. Well,
there you go, right?
I was not used to being home all the time. And then everybody was home. Locked down.
That's where a lot of relationships failed. A lot of people were like, I can't stand you, and now I got to be stuck with you all day. A lot of relationships failed.
I'm waiting to see, like, a lot of babies
too.
I want to see what those correlations are in 10 years, like what the research on both childbirth and divorce rates during the time of
think there
COVID.
was maybe like a lot of young parents during that time because parents were at work and their kids were supposed to be home in school. And so it's like, were they really in school or were they going to each other's houses? So maybe some young
Annie and Alex had 2 little squirts during COVID. So, luckily, we're not grandparents either, by the way. Woo! Luckily.
Well, I have one that's pregnant right now. She's due in June. And then my stepdaughter that passed, she had a daughter. So I have a step-grandchild.
Legacy, yeah. So we dodged for 52 and 52-ish. And we don't have any Our daughter's 30 years old and then 25, and they're nowhere near having kids. No, not even a
That we know of.
prospect. Yeah. And then the
That's
two
what I
younger
thought
ones.
too. I thought that too. My daughter's 24, and I thought that too. Yeah, she's
Well,
about
listen, they got
she's
their
about
own
to be
house now.
25.
We'll put a crib in the gym, but I ain't still not putting the bed for you.
Yeah, and I'm 45, so I'll be a young grandmother.
Yeah, I'm closer to the 52-ish thing. I'm right at almost at the century or half a century mark myself.
Yeah.
So I made it there without being a grandfather, so I know what it is. High five, like
Yes.
way to get to that point. Yeah.
Yeah. They say
Well, all
it's
of
great.
his are still under 18.
Yeah, all of mine are still like I'm still good for this time. Like I said, you know what? If they do it when they're 18, by that point, I'm almost in my 60s at that point. It aligns. I'm like, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. You know, so I don't feel too bad. I'm like, hey, it happened. Hey, I'm a grandfather.
Get a dog, so maybe a grandbaby ain't so bad.
Yeah.
Something to love on.
And it's not that I want you to get a dog.
Yes,
you want to get a dog.
I don't want the dog he wants.
What dog?
No, I want every dog except the one she wants. It's actually the opposite. I would take any dog except the dog she wants.
Which one do you want?
King Cavalier, King Charles. When I was fishing, when I was hunting, you never. Oh, when I was looking at you, when I was looking for you, all the time. You don't know what it's doing. I don't like him.
I love that. Hey, it'll work itself out when it's meant to be. It's meant to be, right? It'll happen.
Well, we love that we can.
You'll have the King Cavalier soon.
Travel speakers are weird because they cancel and they just need a speaker. You get a call. Can you be in Nashville tomorrow night? Yep. You know, we have nothing stopping us. You know, we do love that.
I love that part about it too, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we're shooting for, is to get to that point as well. Like, hey, the freedom to just say we can. And right now it's because we both have younger kids, so it's still at that point for us where it's hard to make that jump. But we are definitely looking forward to the point when we can, and you know, they're off in 18 land and they're old enough to go vote, and they're old enough to smoke, and they're old enough to do all the bad things. It's like, hey,
I'll tell you, 30 to 20, they're still living with us, so I don't know. They're well, we could leave them.
Hey, that's great. They can. It's just that we don't have to still be there, though. It's like, hey,
no, that's true.
We're going on a cruise. We'll see you on 2 weeks. Let me know how everything works. Just don't burn the house down. Don't repopulate the don't add to the population while I'm gone, and don't go to jail. We're good.
But enjoy this time with your kids.
It's fleeting.
Mm-hmm.
It is really so fast.
You have plenty of time.
Oh, it does. It does.
We are. We are.
I know my oldest baby she's about to be 25. So yeah, it goes fast.
I can't believe that. So.
And I was facing the empty nest syndrome, and that's why I was like, I gotta have another one. Like, I need another baby. Wow. And so I had my little.
This is the empty nest queen. She's the queen of moving people from parkland to beachland. She helps them change their attitude.
There you go. Hey, that's a great one.
Now I'm fine. Like, I don't need another new one. Like, I'm good. I have him now. He's my baby. So
good.
I don't.
Come to Florida.
I don't want any more. Yeah. Now I'm finally looking forward to being older and being with somebody. Before I was like, I just want my babies for the rest of my life, and they're gonna live with me and take care of me when I get old. But
when you do move to Florida, stop by Walnut Street and grab Jimmy Shaddix and bring him too.
Okay.
Jimmy's my man.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jeremy, Christy, taking the time out, having this conversation. It was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed just the opportunity to hear about both of you guys. And hey, I want to congratulate you on starting your venture out there. May it find all the success. Again, I want to tell people, hey, you want to go check them out, please. I have all the links to the coaching website. You can sign up there. You can use the code. 6 months free. Really great deal. And again, if you're in the Florida area and you want to sell your house, get a hold of Christy. That'd be great. It'd be great. That way you guys can.
Literally, we are here doing this live stream stuff because of what you were doing early on, Gabe. I mean, you were the guy, and you still are, in my opinion. And I'm glad to see that you're with Yvette now. I mean, this kind of stuff, it's really, I think it's going to take off again. It's like movies, then TV, then podcasting, live stream.
Yeah.
That's where it is. It's no net. It's fun. And then we have a partner like we have. We're the luckiest men. We really
Yeah.
are. We're the luckiest people.
Oh, absolutely.
That's so sweet.
I count it as blessings every single day and every time that I get to do another one of these, and especially now that like I said, I had someone crazy enough to say yes to joining me like that. I never imagined that
I
would be
love
the
the
case.
hats.
Yes.
You always got the ski cap on and the podcast
Thank
look.
you. Yeah, my daughter made this one. She crochets.
Aw.
I think this one was knitted because she knits and crochets. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's lovely though. It's like, hey, it fits the motif. This is what we do. So,
Yeah,
all right,
it's
thank you
great.
guys
We're
again.
honored to be on your show, especially the
Yes.
first couple.
First couple.
yes, y'all are the first. Have you guys been to Buc-ee's in Texas?
I have. I don't know if she was ever with. So I had an office also in Kyle, Texas.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
so I used to make that trip a lot, and there's a Buc-ee's right on the way there. You know that one.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have a Buc-ee's thing where we buy Buc-ee's matching shirts for all the holidays. So that's what we're wearing.
I
It's
saw you.
the Valentine's Buc-ee.
Like a Buc-ee's shirt.
Yeah. So the
Yeah, and
If you have a baby in a bar.
Yeah, the back says Buc-ee's will never break your heart. So
So-
Buc-ee will never break your
Oh,
heart.
that's so
So
great.
we're doing that because we say Buc-ee's. You know, this show is open for sponsorship. So
Yeah.
There you go.
just, like throw a little Skrilla this way. We'll be good with that. Definitely be
great.
good with that. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate it. And I'll reach out afterwards and send you all the information. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. See if you can get about another 15 minutes in of Netflix before bedtime. And
Yeah, well, it's Valentine's. We might Netflix and chill. It's not Thursday, but I'm going to make an exception.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you very
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye. Good
Bye,
night,
guys.
folks.
Bye. Happy Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Valentine's Day.
How fun was that? I mean, it's one thing to like come on here and share information, but then it's also another thing to just share it with somebody else here, like what it is that they have in their relationship. And we're learning new things. Like, I mean, not everybody can figure out what the definition is of what love is to them. It's different for each couple, and everybody expresses it a different way. And that's what
I did like how they mentioned, you support each other, you trust each other. There's a lot of qualities I think that are the foundation in a healthy long-term relationship that they mentioned. So I did appreciate what they had to say about that.
Yeah. And on top of that, just the experiences of what you go through, right? We can sit here and tell you about it and we can explain it to you. But the best part about what we're sharing and what everybody's sharing, like what they shared tonight, is the application. Like, how do you put that stuff into your life? Like, what are the things that you do? Like, again, doing the support, right? It's one thing to say support somebody. It's another to actually put it all into that person and say, okay, this is my faith in you. I'm going to support you, whatever it is you do. If it is chasing a dream, if it is, going back to get your education, whatever that goal is between the two of you, to throw the support behind the other and say, okay, look, you fall down, I'm here to give you support. I'm here to pick you up. I'm just, I'm not here to rub it in your face that you didn't make it. I'm not going to do those things. It's lift up, let's go back and let's try it again. And I think that's what makes us, honestly, for me, that's what makes me a better man, is having somebody that can stand behind you. And vice versa. I mean, I do my best to make her be optimal for who she is as a person. And I think that's the best part of learning about it all, is like how you can do this for each other. And it just brings you closer together, and how you define the love between two people in a couple, in a relationship. So that was awesome. That was really good.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that part about it.
It was.
So we have one more thing I guess we could do. I mean, since they're sitting here, you want to have a strawberry? I mean, I've been looking.
Oh, you've been staring at the strawberry. You want me to feed? I can feed you.
Yes.
You want me to feed you a strawberry? Hey, you get the biggest one.
Okay.
The biggest one.
I've been staring at them. I'll start talking. I go,
Yeah,
strawberry.
they're
That's a
chocolate
squirrel.
covered strawberries.
Mm,
I heard that crunch. That was that ASMR.
mm, mm. This is
So
ASMR.
now you gotta feed me one.
Oh. Mm. Wait,
My turn.
Your turn.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey, it's Valentine's Day. Have a little, have a little fun, a little treat. Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
It's juicy.
I hope nobody's still watching, right?
Maybe Yolanda is.
Oh God. Oh God, you're seeing us spill strawberry all over each other.
We're still live?
Yeah. Of course. We haven't said the line. We haven't done the sign off.
Mm.
But I did want to mention while I'm washing this down. Tomorrow night we will be back.
A weird bug flying around.
Well, I see it. He wants a strawberry. He saw it, like juicy strawberries. I want it. We will be back tomorrow evening. Our topic of the conversation is how do you deal with conflict in your relationship? So we're gonna talk about a lot of the things that you have to deal with inside of internal conflict that you might have with your significant other in a new relationship, in any kind of relationship, and then the things that you do to find the compromises in between. So we're going to talk about that because I think that's a big one for a lot of people when they start getting into deeper deeper relationships with an individual, especially new relationships, is discovering how to how to navigate that with somebody when there's actually your first big fight or your big argument or something that draws a line between the two of you. So how do you go about taking care of that? So we're going to talk about that tomorrow evening, which like I said, I'm trying to get strawberry. Oh yeah,
Yes.
a lot
So
of
how do you
still
navigate in a relationship when you are struggling with even bringing up something? So you're afraid to bring it up. You're afraid to rock the boat. You're afraid to approach a situation because you're afraid of the conflict or how to resolve that conflict. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting talk. That'll be on Thursday. So
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
no,
I gotta finish reading my book. I've got like 300 pages left, or a little less than 300.
little less than that. But.
Yeah, like 270. Yeah, so I need to go read
Yeah, we'll hit that right after this. But if you want to go back and hit your
my strawberry.
strawberry,
I'm still hitting my strawberry.
I think I did. I pretty much got rid of. Well, I think I ate stem on mine too. I was like, oh well, because it was like part of it. But hey,
Yeah, it's a little chocolate. It's a lot of strawberry. We're still on our diet. We've lost over 50 pounds together. This is our little dessert treat for Valentine's.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Oh, you want to come open it up on the air?
You're like, no.
You can come sit next to me. I gave my daughter a Valentine's present because we're doing a Valentine's special.
Yeah, we're just talking
You look
about.
beautiful. Come sit over here.
Yeah, come on in. Scooch on in here. Scooch on in.
Come on. Just one person, I think, right now.
Right now, I think everybody's already left. Okay.
You can do like, the noise on the speaker.
Yeah, you can do the ASMR. Let me move
Right here.
our little man out of the way.
Sit down so they can see your beautiful face.
You're like, I don't want to be seen. Like, scooch it on in here. Get in here. You got to sit down.
Sit.
All right. Say hello, everybody.
Say hi.
So you're like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? They've already seen Lucas. They know who Lucas is.
Yeah.
I've never seen you. This is ASMR, folks. This paper wrap.
Unwrapping a present for Valentine. Yeah, so I like to get my daughters presents for Valentine's Day.
So it's like,
Cute.
Oh,
Wow, Yolanda said hi, Skylar.
oh, look at that.
It says, "I love you to the moon and back."
Oh,
Yeah, something I've told her since she was
With
little.
candy inside.
candy.
A little bear.
Oh, look at that.
Sky thinks
That's
it's her
from
toy.
Sky. Of course she did. Uh-huh.
Yeah, her dog's name is Sky.
Sky and Skylar, get it? Little bucket. That's right. All right, put it back in. I'm doing a play-by-play of the gift opening. So we've got a bear in a bucket. We've got "I love you to the moon and back" cup.
Lavender.
Ooh, lavender scented bath balls. Look at that. Nice.
Golden. It's round.
Where else are you gonna get this, folks? This is pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, I have another gift for you too, baby. It's in the other room.
Some chocolates.
Ooh.
Will you go get it,
the-
Lucas? It's in my closet. Like when you walk into my room, the light's on in the closet. Just look to the right where all the clothes are hanging, and it's on a shelf, like lower than the clothes. It's in a bag, like a gift bag. It's red.
It's in a gift bag.
The strawberries and cream.
Oh, we still got
Strawberries and cream.
3 people watching too. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Well,
Oh, some more chocolates.
Man, how deep is this bag?
it's my baby. I gotta spoil her.
Trying to fatten this baby up.
Wow, even
It's a fortune. It's not a cookie because you can't eat it.
you can't eat it, but
Fortune.
What's your fortune?
oh, we got another one. We got more presents.
Thank you, Lucas. You just
You gotta
gotta
read
pull
it
the
up. Just
paper
pull
out.
it up.
I don't want to rip it.
Yeah, don't rip the pink part. Pull the paper. Oh, the paper's stuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
Claws on me. You make me smile.
Aw,
Aw.
how sweet.
Make me smile. You do.
Oh, I got one more.
Look at this, man. Like this again. This is like the never-ending gift bag, folks.
Don't worry, it's the last one.
You can buy this bag on Amazon. There's a link in the comments if you want to. Now.
Oh, I got this one out.
Wow.
A dream you have will come true.
A
Oh,
dream you have will come true. I think that's very true. Watch, it's
That's
gonna
scary.
something, whatever you're dreaming. Think
Got my
hard.
baby.
All right. and
well,
then
it could be anything. I mean, you could dream for.
I got my other baby another present. You ready, honey?
Yeah. Oh, this is for me. Oh,
Why is
wow.
something else in here?
Oh,
she put
God.
something else.
Now I'm like, like the never-ending bag said. Love. Oh, it comes in every bag, folks. Around.
Yes.
Comes in every bag.
That was my special love in there. It's invisible, but you can feel it.
Yeah. And I believe that again, I believe that fortune you just had will come true. So tomorrow, if you dream for a cheeseburger, it could happen, right? Maybe it could be a nice, juicy double meat
You're welcome,
Whataburger.
baby. I love you.
All right. Oh, look at that sweetness. That's love on camera. That's real love. We can't reproduce this. We just can't make this stuff up. This is organic, folks. This is how we do it. All right.
Time for Betty.
Time for bed.
Night night.
We didn't get the Lucas lean in though tonight, so we'll have to plan it another night.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, all right. I got one more here. One more, and thank you, Yolanda, for still hanging around. She's like hanging around through the whole thing. Apparently, there's 2 other people somewhere else. I don't know what they're doing. You're still watching. Drop in the comments. Okay, here we go. This is the second one. Now, I'm gonna try not to cry. I don't care whatever's in this bag. Okay, did it last night. So here we go. Here. Oh. And again, whatever this is, the link will be in the comments to buy on Amazon. Just click our affiliate link and you will get 10% off. This is awesome. This has like been the best Valentine's Day ever. Okay. Ever. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Oh, even more. I love these unwrap. I'm telling you, I got to get an overhead camera to do these unwrapping, unboxing videos. So here we go. You hear that, folks? Coming off. Okay. Here we go. I know you're in suspense, Sky, just like I am.
Guy wants to see.
Ooh. Look at this. I love this. And it says, I'm going to read this to you guys. It says, to my man, the day I met you, I found my missing piece. Oh, you complete me and make me a better person. I was a little late to be your first, but I want to be your last to be with you. I love you. Oh, baby.
Because you like keychains. You're always finding Naomi's keychains and sticking it on there. I was like,
I love this.
I'll give you one you can put on there so you can think about
And
me.
all the time. Look at this, guys. Look, let me show you. This is awesome. So I do have a keychain set that I carry with me, and now this will be added to the collection. And she gave me this cool bracelet too. This is so cool. I love this bracelet. So that's been awesome, man. Thank you so much, baby. Now I know that was preemptive, but we still have an exit to do here. So again, we will be back tomorrow evening. We will be talking about how to deal with conflict in your relationship. So I guess we can read the sign off now, baby, and have the rest of the strawberries again.
All right. So may your life be filled with laughter, sparks, and genuine connections. And remember, love is a beautiful journey. So keep unwrapping it with open hearts and open minds.
Beautiful. You have anything else to add, baby?
After I choke a little bit, hold on.
Okay. Do you have anything to add?
Yes, I do. I love you.
I love you too.
Come here.
All right, folks, that's our show for tonight. Thank you so much. The after show will be on our OnlyFans page. I'm just kidding. We don't have that. All right, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We're just kidding. Jokes. All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Till then, enjoy the rest of your Valentines with your special someone. And if you don't, just it's okay. Love yourself. Rub the feet. You can take a hot bath, whatever that is for you tonight, and enjoy love in whatever capacity that is. So, good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.